Okay, next up we have a very special guest indeed. I'm joined by the eagle-eyed cherry himself. Good day to you, sir. How we doing?
I'm good. I'm
That's
very good.
that's what we like to hear during these times. And you are back and with a new single called "I Like It." And I've had a little bit of a taster for it, and I can say I like it.
I'm very, very pleased with this tune. It's just got that energy that I love. And I think it's quite appropriate now. It's about having a good time when you're out partying with your friends, and then you wake up next morning, you feel horrible, but the first thing you want to do is get back out there and see your friends again. And after a year like this, I think we all miss hanging out, having a good time with our friends.
That's so true. I described the song as a stomper. It's a very strong song with a very danceable beat and good lyrics as well.
Thank you. Thank you. It's all that you want, packed it into one little nice package.
Nice work. And would you say it's different from your past material, or have you kind of kept the same formula?
It is different and yet the same, if that makes sense. I think that sound wise, it's got kind of a nice new energy to it. Um, but I've always been about kind of guitar driven and catchy melodies, stories that people can relate to. Don't overcomplicate it, and all that is still there. So I think you can hear me, but yet it's the new me.
Oh, marvelous. And is it nice to be back, or do you think you never really went away? You've always been there in the music.
Oh, I went away, all right. I, I needed to go far away because I kind of did about 7, 8 years straight of touring, promoting, recording, and I got to a point I was like, oh, I don't even know who I am anymore. And then that short break ended up being a lot longer than I planned. But the beauty of music is that the music is actually stuck around, and especially Save Tonight has kind of kept a life of its own, and it's a song that never dies. So the song has been out there, kind of keeping everybody reminded of who I am, and then I kind of come back going, "Hey,
That's
I'm back."
great. It's good to take a sabbatical, isn't it? Recharge your batteries. Of
I,
course,
I I think so. There's a few things like if you're a football player, you can't do that, So there's certain jobs that you just can't take a break, but this is one.
and of course, "Save Tonight" was one of your pivotal singles. It was well received in New Zealand, but I do advise my listeners to check out your other follow up singles as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of music out there, but the main one right now is the one that's
Yeah,
out now. I like it.
yeah, I like it,
Check it out.
which we're going to airplay very shortly. And am I correct? You're originally from Sweden.
I'm born in Sweden. My mom was Swedish, but my dad was from the States. He was from Los
Yeah,
Angeles. So I grew a big part of my life in New York City, and now I'm based in Stockholm in Sweden.
yeah,
So when I'm in America, I feel Swedish. When I'm in Sweden, I feel American.
yeah. Best of both worlds.
Exactly.
And are you proud of the Swedish music scene? Is phenomenal, especially in the 1990s. Ace of Base, and then the Cardigans, and the list goes on. Are you proud to be part of the Swedish music scene?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was that scene that made me settle down here when I made my first album because I was in New York, and then I came to Stockholm and met a lot of cool people and felt like, all right, this is a good place to make music. But then you see, like now, it's all about the songwriters, all those hits that you hear on the radio, and these Swedish guys, especially Max Martin leading the way, and it's a place where I think they have a good pop sensibility, but also Swedes speak English. Everybody learns English from like second or third grade, and they're very comfortable with the language, so they can write songs in English. But then they yet have this kind of naive relationship to the language, and can come up with these pop hooks that maybe not an English speaking person would come up with.
Sure. And you mentioned traveling the world as well. You've probably been to some lovely places. I wanted to ask, airports, do you find them kind of traumatic places, going through check-ins and the
Uh,
security?
yeah. When I came off of the last tour right before New Year's Eve on 2019, I came home and said, I don't want to see another airport ever again. And my wife had booked her holiday. We are going to go to Malaysia like the next day. I was like, I can't do it, but I did. But then I had no idea that this whole pandemic thing was going to happen. And now I've been considering just going to the airport just to have a cup of coffee because I miss it so
Yeah.
much. So that's, watch what you ask for.
And is this your sixth studio album as well you're
Yes,
working on?
that's correct. I lost count, but I think that sounds right.
That's good. And some good things on the horizon as well. You're looking forward to getting back onto that main stage. Here in the UK, things kind of moving in that direction now where we're seeing gigs and festivals advertised as well. So touch wood, fingers crossed, as they say here.
Yeah, hopefully we can hit the road soon. But I think I don't think ever in the history of music has so many people wanted to get on the road. Everybody's in the starting gate wanted to tour. And then you have all the backlog of everybody that had to cancel their gigs and stuff. So I'm not sure of how that's going to work, but I'm planning on getting on the road beginning of next year, 2022.
That's good. And I got a question from a listener as well. One of my listeners says, are you related to Neneh Cherry as well? And you work together on Long Way Round?
I am related to Neneh Cherry. I have been her little brother since the day I was born. And yeah, we did that track together. I was working in the studio in New York with Rick Rubin and wasn't planning on doing it as a duet. And when we were laying down the tracks, I went, wait a second, Neneh would sound good on this song. So we called her, and 2 days later, she was there.
Fantastic. Right, Eagle Eye Cherry, just want to say thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me, Dannison, on the UK airwaves. We're going to get I Like It now on the listener. For my listeners, check it out, buy it, share, like it. And we'd like to introduce it on the show.
Yeah, and the name of this show is...
Yeah, the Dannison radio show.
Hey, it's Eagle Eye Cherry here, and I want you all to check out my new single, I Like It, here on the Dennison Radio Show. This is the place to be, y'all.
Thank you very much. Thanks for joining me today, Eagle.
Thank you.